Okay. Write down this triangle, solve it. It's a 30, 60, 90. Write this one down. Pause it. Write this one down. Solve them yourselves, and let's see if you got it correct. First of all, when I look at this, I know this is 90. They've given me 60, so I know that this is a 30, 60, 90. Okay? I'm going to identify my hypotenuse right away, and my hypotenuse is h. So I'm going to come to my formulas, and I'm also going to identify the short side, and if I can, the long side. The short side is always opposite the 30-degree angle, the smallest angle. So this side right here, if I can't look at it, I know it's the short side because it's opposite the 30-degree angle, which means that my long side is equal to x. Okay? And if I were you, I'd go through here and I'd identify, if you haven't done it already, if you didn't know what to do, go ahead and identify the hypotenuse for this one, the short and the long, and the hypotenuse for this one, and the short and the long. Okay, so now that I have all this information, let's see what I can figure out. If I use this formula, the hypotenuse is equal to short times 2. I've got the short, don't I? Okay, so let's do that. H is equal to short times 2. H is equal to 8 times 2. H is equal to 16.
Miss Gibson, please report to the office.
So that there's the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is y, and that equals 16. Okay? Well, my long is short, and the short one is 8. And that's really times the square root of 3. So my long is just 8 square root of 3. That's it. And there it is. 8 square root of 3. Okay? So I've identified x and I've identified y. Let's go down here. Let's figure out what we have. I'm going to just, my hypotenuse, my short, and my long. The short one is opposite the 30 degrees, so my short is x. My hypotenuse is 10, and my long is y. Okay? So, let's see what I can figure out. If I use the first one, 10 equals short times 2. So let's try that one. I just go through and I just start filling in what I can. Start with the first one. 10 equals x times 2. I can work with that. That equals 10 equals 2x. I know how to solve for x on that one. X equals 5. Okay, put that over there. Then I go to, what am I trying to find? I already have the hypotenuse. Let's go to the long one. Okay, I'm going to put that here. Long equals short times square root of 3. Well, what is short? Do I know short yet? Yes, I sure do. So long is equal to short, which is 5, times the square root of 3. Then 5 square root of 3. It looks like what he was trying to tell us earlier is true. If I know the hypotenuse, then the long leg is half of it, square root 3. If I know the hypotenuse, then the long leg is half of that, square root of 3, for a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Alright, let's do the last one. I'm going to put H, short, long. That's the first thing that I'm going to do, trying to figure out what I know. Well, the hypotenuse is h, the short is y, and the long is 9. Well, let's start with h equals short times 2. X equals y times 2. That does not help me at all. So I'm not ready for that one yet. Let's do long equals short square root 3. Long is 9. Short is x. Short is y, short is y. Try to make that look like a y. Square root of 3. How am I going to solve for y? I'm going to have to divide this side by square root of 3. Okay? And I'm going to do decimal equivalent. So I'm going to take the square root of 3, figure out what its decimal equivalent is. No, not squared, sorry. Square root of 3. And that happens to be, the square root of 3 is approximately 1.73. So I'm going to take 9 divided by 1.73, and that's going to give me some answer. 9 divided by 1.73. And that equals 5.202. So y is equal to 5.202. Okay? Didn't mean to put that other dot out there. So that's y. So do I know short yet? No. Let me take some more information. Okay? My video's getting a little long here. Okay. So, there we go. So I know that the short, h is x, the short is y, and that equals 5.202, and then the long is equal to 9. So now that I know the short, let's go back up there and figure out h is equal to short times 2. Short is what? 5.202. All that times 2. Going to be 10 something. Probably 10,404. H is equal to 10,404. Okay? So my hypotenuse is approximately 10. My short leg is 5.202. Okay? And my long leg is 9. Alright? The key to all of this, I know it's a lot of writing, is you have to know which formula to use. You have to be able to identify the hypotenuse and the short and the long leg for this one, okay? Alright, that's a 30, 60, 90 video.